Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, flesh is good for the soul. So right now, all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger.
All right. Shalom Israel. We are back in this bitch with another episode of Sharpen the Sword Radio. I'm the host, Captain DeGargobar of the ISUPK up under Commander General Yohana. Y'all already know. And we got a couple of quick announcements, and then we're going to get to the topic. All right. First, if anybody want to comment, listen live, or got any questions, you can dial 712-832-8330, and the access code for that number is 910-1409. Make sure you call on in. All right, and take your phone off of Sts-LOUIS, excuse me, and we'll get right to you. Let's see. Let's get a Lord a hand for the last food drive that we just did this Friday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. The next upcoming dates are going to be June the 11th and June the 25th, 2021. All right. Next month. Okay. Commander Junior Hanna is doing it again and again and again and again. He's going to continue to feed our people during this pandemic, during this rough times. They cutting off the stamps even. They cut off the unemployment. You know, no jobs. You know, people still have not fully gone back to work. You know, this place is not back to normal. And we're going to get into that today, too, as far as the COVID-19. They may end up shutting it down again, you know, because of the rise in and increase of the COVID-19 cases. All right, so be hang with us, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get to that. But again, it's going down right here outside of our school. All right, at 5261 Delmar Boulevard. It's for the next food drive. If anybody needs any food, or you know anybody that needs food, you can send them on down. If they don't have transportation, you know, you can take it to them. You can pick it up for them and deliver it to them. We can deliver it to them. You know, however it needs to be done so that our people can be taken care of. Make sure you come by. Make sure you call. The number to call, the contact is 314-696-8288. All right, and let's get it in. Don't forget our classes every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. at Central Standard Time. Make sure y'all tune in to those classes. And let's go ahead and get ready to rock and get into these articles. I got a quick one where this is a good one too. This police officer, right? He turned around and he has braids in his head, and his superiors told him that his braids is unprofessional. Yeah, right. And they want him to cut his hair off. So let's get into the article. It says, police officer never thought his braided hair would interfere with his ability to do his job. Okay, and here's one thing that you got to know and understand is that our people really believe that they are just simply doing a job by being a cop, being in the military, you know, the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, whichever one you in the Army, you know, but you're not. You're doing the work of the devil. That's the mark of the beast. You understand? And that beast, that police force has been the number one killer and murderer of the Nakers since they formed it back in slavery. When they called them was it patrolmen or something like that? I think that's what they called them back in the slavery days. Was patrolmen or something like that. Now it's the police force. You know, they used to have badges the same way they do today, to where they showed that they were cops, they were patrolmen, they were watching the slaves so they didn't run away. You know, and they had them in back in slavery. What they ended up doing was, instead of having just one huge area and huge city, they broke it down into so many different municipalities the way that they have today, so that they could better control the slaves, so that the ones that live in Ferguson would only stay in Ferguson. You know, the ones, because if you think about it now, black people really don't go outside of where they stay. You know, very seldomly, you know, And then sometimes you have to, because there's no stores in your area, there's no entertainment. Like for instance, there's no Walmarts in the city. There's nothing like in the city of St. Louis. There's hardly anything good in the city. They got White Castles, they got Church's Chicken, they got Popeyes. Hell, they just closed one of the Popeyes here in the city. I think, damn, is it anymore in the city? I think, no, they think they took the Popeyes out too. I gotta look and see. Is there any Popeye? Because they took the one off the south side. It's gone too. So I think, damn, they took the Popeyes too. You know what I mean? No more Popeyes Popeyes chicken in the hood. So they hardly have anything. They got McDonald's, in the hood for us. But as far as the different stores like Walmart, where you can really get a good discount, nah. They got Family Dollars, they got Dollar General. They only have, let me see, one, two, I believe two Dollar Trees. One on the south side, one on the west side, here right down the street around the corner off of Kings Highway and Page. I'm trying to think of any more, but there's really nothing in the hood. Everything is far out. So, they did that because they knew that you would not be traveling. You're not going to be going outside of where you stay, for much of anything. So that was to better control the slaves. So they still do it today, and our people are scared. Like the people here, our brothers and sisters that stay in the city here, they are scared to go in the county still. They're terrified to go in the county. I heard a lot of them say, "Oh man, I don't fool around out there in St. Ann and St. John. They be pulling you over and this and that, blah blah blah." Us in the UPK, we're not slaves, and we're not scared, and we go wherever we want. And we're not worried about getting murdered by a cop or any of that. We're no cowards in here. And if our brothers and our sisters in the world would come on, join us, they wouldn't be cowards either. All right? But this cat here thinks that he's doing his job just simply by being a cop. He think he's really fighting crime when you're actually doing what that beast wants you to do, which is to turn around and basically help him terrorize and ultimately oppress your people. All right? So let's go. It says, this is in Dallas. DeCorey Davis, an officer with the Dart Police Department, says he was told his cornrow braided hairstyle was unprofessional by one of his superiors. "You guys know my character. You know my heart," Davis said, describing his relationship with his colleagues. "I felt that they shouldn't judge me based on my appearance." Now this is what this brother is saying to them. He's trying to plead his case. He's trying to make them understand that, I'm not a bad guy. Braids don't make you a thug or a criminal or something like that. It's none of that. We, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are actually God's chosen people. You understand? And we are supposed to be above being criminals and drug dealers and homosexuals and lesbians and thieves and all of that, because we have laws against it. And if we would follow it, then hey, if somebody labeled you like that, who cares? You understand? Who cares? But this guy here is trying to let them know that I'm not a bad guy. You know my heart. you know how I am. You see me come to work. And then another thing that's so sad is there has been tons of articles, okay, that has come out, and this is nothing that just started, right? But there's been a lot more since the George Floyd incident, to where you have cops coming out and admitting all of the years on the police force, they have undergone such racism like you've never heard. Like coming to work, you got to come to your job and be called a nigger. You got to be told, nigger, go back to Africa. We're not even from Africa. We're not even Africans. But this is the type of environment that cops go to work in. Black cops Still, they're not, even though you pleading your case, you know my heart. You know I'm not like that. You know I'm not a bad guy. That's just like my hairstyle. You know, you turn around and still get discriminated against. They don't care because guess what? It's you. It's you, period. They hate you. So there is no begging and pleading with this animal, with this devil, for him to accept you, because he's never going to. It doesn't matter if you are his cop, if you are his Army and his Navy and his Air Force and Marines. It doesn't matter if you are his chef, his damn driver. It don't matter what position you hold. He's never going to accept you, and you have to see it, because we get discriminated against on every single level. You understand? We witness racism at its finest on every single level. No matter what job you have, if you got a big, good job, you one of the big guys that's up the ladder some, or if you one of the small ones, if you flipping fries, it doesn't matter. You're going to experience the hate. You're going to see just how much they really hate you. And if you're still stuck on that, all white people aren't bad, and I got white friends, and I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. All right. Let's keep going. He says his dream was to protect and serve, but it was a dream eventually put on hold. Okay, that's what I was saying, that cops really believe, black cops really believe that they are going to work to do their job. When they protect and to serve, it's not on the cops' agenda. It's just on the side of their car. They don't protect and serve the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the community. They kill them. You understand? And you are simply helping them do their job, which is to oppress us. All right? It says, to say that a black police officer who wears cornrows is unprofessional, what does that say about you and the way you view black people that wear cornrows? Davis asked. The conversation is needed, but to have those conversations, we have to admit that we have a problem. No, all you got to do is just know that there's a problem and remove yourself from the problem. That's how you solve that. Going to them, having a conversation. We didn't talk to them. We didn't beg and pleaded for years. So many years ago, to where they made a statue of a slave in chains on his knees begging, please, I am a man. Like, well, how many times are we going to have this conversation? How many times are we going to try to talk to them and think that we're going to wiggle our way into their heart and warm it up, and then they you know what I'm saying? It's never going to happen. It is never going to happen. We don't need another conversation. What we need to do is do what God said in the Bible, which is to come together with your people and your people only, and leave them behind. Let them go. Let them go. Let them have a police force. Let them do whatever they do. We need to be coming together as a people, not further trying to join them, because you see, they don't even want to join you. You a cop. You are a cop, and they don't even want you. They don't even want you. So many black doctors. Hell, Michael Jordan. How much money did MJ make for them? I mean, you turn around and watch a guy jump and dunk from the half court. Oh, that was amazing to see. You understand? And they paid big bucks to see him do that. Now the man wants to play golf in his off time. They don't. Oh no, ain't no niggas up in here. Not in here. They ain't want Michael Jordan. Hell, they ain't want Tiger Woods. They couldn't wait for that white woman to beat him upside. They was loving that. They loved that. They thought they was gonna get him out of there so they could take over and be number one. Short time reign. He fell off for a second, but he's back up there and about to take over again. You understand? If Tiger Woods were only getting the truth and leave them white women alone and be with him a sister, he'd be all right. He'd be halfway decent, But he chose to be with a white girl, and look at what happened. All right. Now, let's continue with this. It says that problem for Davis started 6 years after he joined the law enforcement community, while he was working as a DART police officer in 2019. Initially, I was upset and confused. See, This is the problem with our people being Christians. You know, you're trying to love someone. You think God loves everybody. You think God loves them. You think they God. You think the white people that you're working for is God, simply because they own everything, and you know, your mortgage, your house, and your cars, and you got to go to them for every single thing. And you really believe that they are the true children of the Lord, when they are not. All right. So he's upset and confused, right? Since 2019, he's been upset and confused. This wasn't his first go round. All of them has some type of story that they could tell to where these people never, ever, ever show them any love just because they're a cop. You're not any different. You're a naker. You're a naker cop. That's it. You understand? That's all. All right? So, but like I said, Christianity is the reason that he is so confused. Christianity is the reason, because Christianity tells you to love a person that hates you. But they don't tell you that when it comes to your wife or your husband. They don't tell the wife, hey, no matter whether you hate that man or not, you stay with him, you love him. They'll tell you, oh, you can divorce him. But they won't tell you to divorce the person that has been oppressing you, that you've been having this old weird love affair, you understand, with for the longest. We have had a nasty love affair with white people for a long time. We are trying to love someone that has been kicking us, stabbing us in the back, you understand, shooting us dead, every single thing, firing us from a job for no reason, you know, kicking us out of our homes because we lost a job, you know, even during the pandemic, okay? They had our people on the news begging and pleading for their landlords not to come and put them out, begging the government to please do something so we can keep our home. I haven't worked in a year, but please, we have nowhere to go. You know, so this is the kind of sick relationship that we have been having with them for the longest. And my thing is, when are you going to turn around and divorce him? When are you going to say, you know what, this relationship, I've had enough? Right? What they say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. When you going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired? Damn. It's not like you can really sit back and count the days. You know how they do in a relationship. Oh, I've had more good days than bad, so I'll stay. You can't say I've had more good days than bad with the white man, with our oppressor. It's been all bad. So why do you stay? Because you are a Christian. Christianity has an extreme hold on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and this guy is one of them. All right. It says, David says he never thought his appearance, specifically the way he wears his hair in the braided hairstyle below, would interfere with his ability to do his job. And he got a picture of the brother, you understand, got his braids, you understand. In here, in ISUPK, guess what? We celebrate braids, beards, and boots, okay, because we soldiers, we real men. The Lord said to keep that hair on your face, that's your masculinity. We celebrate that. We real niggers up in here. All right. You turn around, and some brothers' beards don't grow that long. You understand? But that's okay. Whatever grows, keep it on your face. And you can make it. You can keep it long, or you can trim it down short. Just have some hair on your face. You understand? Far as braids, man, brothers in here got some long damn braids. You understand? Captain Akkad, I believe he got about the longest braids in the school. Officer Ayash Kabawa got the longest damn beard in the nation. His brother beard all the way down to his knees. Captain Mawakwa got a big old gigantic fro. Officer DeBar Mott got a big old gigantic fro looking like showing up. You understand? He's showing up a killer too. So like I said, in here, man, you can rock them braids. If you need a job, what's his name? Officer Davis. Officer Davis, come to the ISPK, and Commander Junior Hunter will give you a job. And you can keep your braids. You don't have to be confused. You ain't got to be scared and upset. You ain't got to do none of that. You learn the truth, and you can turn around and separate from these people. And you got to worry about keeping your job. All right, you can come in here and do your job every day. All right. Let's see. It says there was a particular lieutenant who disagreed with that, and he felt that it was unprofessional for male police officers to wear cornrows and contacted the chief of police and eventually filed a formal complaint against my hairstyle, Davis said. Now, how about that? You turn around, and this is who you got to go to work with. You know, you got to go to work with these people every day that hate your guts. Now, it's one thing. It's one thing to go to McDonald's and your coworker got a problem with you there, and y'all can't, wrap burgers next to each other. And you can go on the fries. You can go sweep up outside. You can go at the counter. It's something else you can do. You understand? To where you ain't got to worry about no person that you can't flip a burger with. You can't toss a fry and some salt on them with. You ain't got to worry about that. But to go, you a police officer. In your mind, you want to serve and protect the people. And you can't even do your job because you got your coworkers going to file complaints about your hair. And you've been there for the longest. He's been a cop for over 6 years. But now it's just now become a problem in 2000. No, it's been a problem. And there's going to be nothing that you can do to change this. Absolutely nothing. But I'm going to get to the next article. Bear with me 1 second. Let's see. Now we're going to bring it home to St. Louis. All right. Now this story here. This article here. This is about the Mayor Tashara Jones. I believe she's a councilwoman also. But this article here says St. Louis murder rate already highest in U.S. Soared last year. Mayor vows to defund the police. Now we went past what we did last year, and now the mayor vows to defund the police. And let me tell you something. She's never going to do it. They are never going to let anyone defund the police. They turn around and shut down the workhouse. One of the most horrible. Oh my God, that brothers couldn't have. They didn't have any heat, any air in that place. Horrible. They have food. I mean, I understand that the devil's not trying to give you your favorite every night, your chicken and your lasagna, but half the times the brothers didn't even eat. I mean, it was some horrible things in there. No soap, no water, no. I mean, even though our brothers may have committed crimes, they still human beings, and they still should be treated as a human being. Now, I'm not saying that he should make his prison luxurious. You know what I'm saying? Put some nice paint on the wall, give you a nice Sealy Posturepedic mattress to sleep on. In a bathroom in your cell with some privacy. I know he's not going to do that. I know he's not going to cook you chicken wings tonight. You understand? So I ain't going to ask him to do that. But you still should treat our people like human beings. And they treat them so inhumanely in those prisons. So they did shut that one down, but what they did not say is all of the other, I think it's 3, 4, that they had built during the process of them shutting that one down. So what you got to understand is the white man, our oppressor, is getting real damn sophisticated with his moves that he's making. He's been real strategic. He's getting even more strategic with his moves now. You understand? He's getting more tactical with his moves that he's making. You are fighting to get the prison shut down. He shut it down, but he made 3 more. Already 3 more put up. They got one that says so far they don't even get phone calls, visits, nothing. You can't get anything at this prison. That's where they're going to start sending them. They're going to start sending them to the new ones that they built. It's one, I forgot how many floors under the ground. It goes like 6, I think. 5 or 6 floors down. And so about seeing the light of day, you ain't going to see no light. No day being up under the ground. So, I mean, he's getting worse and worse and worse. And what we need to be doing is we need to be coming together. We need to be getting real tactical and strategic with our moves that we making and serving the Lord. That's what we need to be doing. But let me read a little bit of this article. All right, it says in St. Louis, Missouri, the worst in county murder rate is at a 50-year high. They say that the crime that's been going on now is higher than it has been in 50 years. Okay, and now they turned around and gave you a little bit of stimulus. It stimulated you. Had everybody talk about the stimmies they was getting. They gave you a little bit of unemployment. Everybody was getting extra, what was it, $600 a week. Folks getting over $900, almost $1,000 in unemployment. Extra in their food stamps. They turned around and was giving folks $300 and $400 and $500 extra on their stamps. But you know what he did now? He done cut it all off. He cut all the money off. He cut all the stamps off. No stimmies. Some people ain't finna get this new stimmy that they claim they passing now. Some people didn't even get the last one. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. They even turned around and now they're gonna make you pay for the unemployment that he gave you. That extra $6 you was getting, now you got to pay it back. I believe Missouri owes, and not Missouri, I'm talking about the poor black and Hispanic people and the Native Indian here in Missouri owe, I believe it is $175 million in unemployment that they are asking for their money back. They want their money back. They want their money back. So this is why taxes is taking so long this year. They're trying to see, oh, is this the person that was giving me, that I gave that $600 to? Okay, well, they don't get no tax return. They're going to take it. They know how to oppress us. And if we would simply come together as a nation, we could beat some of this oppression, man. Wouldn't be so bad in hell. But you want to be loners. You want to be a selfer. You want to be what they call an introvert. You understand? You want to be all by yourself. This ain't going to take no self to make this happen. No nation flourishes with them being individuals. They all are together. And they stick together, and that's why they all are making it, except for us. We have been so destroyed here in America. We see another brother, and we just look at him as a nigger, too. Instead of him being my nigga, he's just a nigga. You understand? You see a sister, you don't give a damn about her. She a thought, instead of her being my sister. You know? And that's the problem with us. And again, that's Christianity. That's that religion that has destroyed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? The worst out of all religions is, they all bad. All of them are bad. All of them are wrong for us. None of our people should be in any religion. But the worst is Christianity. All right? And it says, the police department has nearly 100 unfilled jobs, and the mayor wants to defund the department and shut down a city jail. St. Louis's Tashara Jones, who became the city's first black female mayor last month, had campaigned on a promise to enact progressive criminal justice reform. Now, this is what all of them claim to do. Every last one of them that comes into office, that it gets a job working for the white man, think that they are going to come in and do something great. They think that they're going to get in there and they're going to work some magic and they're going to help fix black people and the black community and the Hispanic community. They're going to work, but no, they're not. They're not going to reform anything. There's not going to be anything that you can do. Like, how can you tell a murderer not to murder? Like, make that make sense. How are you going to tell, matter of fact, the greatest murderer to ever live, how you going to tell him, you know what, you got to reform yourself. You got to stop killing people.
Right.
You got to only use that gun when it's necessary, when your life is actually in danger, when you got to stop saying that you were scared. The hell I hired you for? You a punk? You understand? Are you a punk or something? Yes, most certainly you are. Because if you're scared of every goddamn body, why are you on the force? Why you want that job? You understand? If you turn around and scared to fly in a plane, why are you a flight attendant?
Right.
That makes no sense to me. If you are scared to turn around and be in water, then why are you an underwater welder? Why do you work on a ship? Yeah, why you work on a love boat out? When you scared of the water.
Right.
Thinking that you going to fall over the side and die. That's a job that you wouldn't take. Go ahead.
That's a lock here, but that's the only profession where that is an acceptable excuse.
Okay.
I was afraid. I was afraid. I was scared. I don't know any job where you can just completely go against every rule that you have written down because you afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
And it's because of who it happens to. Right, because I was afraid don't work if it was a white woman. That don't work. We saw that African that said that woman was running up to my car screaming, running up to the car screaming, I didn't know, and I shot.
He said he was scared.
He said he was afraid for his life because it was a white woman. He was fired immediately. And sent to jail.
Yeah. That Somalian is in prison right now.
Right.
You understand? And ain't got no get out of jail free card like what everybody else get. Like you said, it changed the level of the game when it's a white woman or a white man and one of us, you know what I'm saying, against them. And you never even hear of black officers accidentally shooting anyone.
Right.
So how is it that the white ones can say that? How can the white officer, I grabbed for my taser, but it was actually my gun? How do they get away with that? But black people, I haven't seen or heard none of them say one time I was so scared that I grabbed my taser, but it was my gun and I shot and here we are. And they don't get sent to jail.
Right.
Like you said, that white woman, she was hiding on the side of the trash can. I forgot what happened. I believe she thought she was getting attacked or something. I had to look the story back up. She was somebody was doing something to her, or she thought. I think she was high or drunk or something. Once she drunk,
I don't remember. I think if I'm not mistaken, she was running down the street. I'm not remember if she was wearing a towel or nothing, because I remember she really ain't had nothing on.
I forgot.
And she just ran up to the car. And he was
start screaming and yelling. He got a disturbance call. Somebody being assaulted. Right. And then when you turn around, you got somebody screaming, ah, you know what I'm saying, all frantic. And then you turn around and hey, it happened. You know what I mean? He was scared. He was actually scared for his life.
Right.
He got a call saying somebody is doing something to someone, and then someone jumped from out of a trash can, you know, not saying, officer, please help. It's me. You know what I'm saying? Not none of that.
Right.
You know,
just
you know what I mean?
Right.
Going nuts. And what choice did you leave him with? But guess what? He couldn't pull that. Well, I was scared for my life. He said that. And they said, oh, you were? Oh, cool. No problem. Well, you can just go be scared from inside the prison.
Right.
That's all. But when a white officer see a black man doing nothing, got his hands up, he was so scared for your bitch ass life. It's ridiculous. You know, and like I said, this woman here is never going to defund the police. They are not going to let it happen. All right. And then it says the head of the city's correction department is also on his way out. Jones announced his resignation last week, saying she hadn't requested he step down, but making clear she wasn't satisfied with how he ran things. Now, first off, what she's going to end up running into is she's going to run into what Kim Gardner ran into, to where they're going to get you out of office. If you do not come and work for them and do things the way that they tell you to, they are going to get rid of you. Kim Gardner goes to work and she has to deal with death threats. I mean, they was leaving their name, their number, and their address when they was threatening this black woman's life. She said it out her own mouth. She said the people are not, blocking the number when they call. It's on the ID. They are stating their names and their address and saying, nigga, come get me. That's what they telling her.
Right.
They threatening this. I'm going to kill you. Now, nigga, come get me.
God.
And nothing happened to any of those people. Nobody is in prison behind it. Why? Because of who it is. It's a black woman. Nobody give a damn about the black woman. They had that one, another city official that sent her a message and said, look, you bitches need to go back to where your own cities, because there was some other sisters that had came that were mayors and older women and lawyers and what is her prosecutors, prosecuting attorneys and all. They all came together and they was supporting Kim Gardner, and they told her, look, you bitches need to go back. That's what he said. That's what the white man. He said, you bitches need to go back to your own. He said, you got messes in your own city that you can't even take care of. Why the hell are you here? And he said, furthermore, he said, if we would have known you niggas was going to be this much trouble, we'd have picked our own fucking cotton. That's what he said.
God.
That's what the white man said. And he worked with her. That's who she got to go to work with.
Right. Right.
That's who she got to go to work with. What was the other sister that made, what's her name? The councilwoman, the one that jumped in the office supporting the gays.
Oh, Slocky. Cori Bush?
Who?
Cori Bush?
Cori Bush. Now, she got threatened by a white. She got threatened and was so scared, she moved her office. They told her, hey, you got to get up out of here. Because guess what? You causing a problem. Not the white woman that came and said, you niggas are getting on my nerve.
Right.
Not her. Not the one that came, you know what I'm saying, and started the whole mess. Cori Bush goes to work like, hey, good morning. You understand? That's how she went to work.
God.
And then out of nowhere, here comes Karen, Becky. What else they got? What's the white women to be?
Slocky, Susie.
Susie, all of them, man. You understand? Hey, she's all of them in one. Turn around and approach that sister and said, look, nigga, you getting on my goddamn nerve. You starting shit already. You talking too much. You need to get the fuck out of here. That's what they told her. That's what she told her. And then when she went and reported it, they said, oh, well, you know what? You're going to have to get out of this office because you are causing a problem. How? When she didn't say anything to anyone, she said, hello, good morning. That's what Cori Bush said. And you got to see that no matter what position that you hold in this place, they are never going to turn around and conform to you and your request and say and treat you equal and fair just because they gave you a job. They don't give a damn about that. How long have we been working their plantation? And they still don't look at us as equal out.
Yeah.
There still is no equality on or off the job. They don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Was that no, I don't think it was Kim Gardner. Was it Kim Gardner that got pulled over by the police too? And they gave her tickets?
God,
yeah, that was her too, right? Yeah, they did her like that too. They turned around and lied, said her tail lights was out. Lied, said she was speeding. Didn't know that they pulled over the goddamn prosecutor.
Right.
Prosecuting attorney. Didn't know that that's who she was. And sat there, she recorded them, and they lying the whole damn time on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
God.
Like, come on. The brother out there in Clayton, what's his name? The brother, he turned around and look, the city wouldn't even forgive his parking tickets. The parking tickets that he got on the company vehicle parking in front of Clayton. He turned around and was using the company vehicle, parking it in front of Clayton. And they gave him a bunch of tickets, man. I forgot how many thousands of dollars it was. It was ridiculous. And guess what they did not do? They did not turn around and say, oh, shit, we didn't know it was you. Go ahead. No, they want that money off them tickets. Like, come on. You work for them. You see what I'm saying? Why would they ticket their car? They don't know that that's a damn Clayton vehicle. It's got Clayton on the plate.
Salakia, Wesley Bell.
Yeah, Wesley Bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he thought he was going to do something. He tried to come with that reform the police and the jails and all that. He ain't did nothing since he been in there. They ain't going to let him. Kim made a mistake. They let him, they not her, but they made a mistake by letting Kim sit in the office and actually do her job. They hired her to do her job, and she did it right.
Right.
And was saying, I can't put these people in jail because there's not enough evidence to even prove that they did anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she actually did her job.
God.
And they on her head. Now they are charging her with misappropriating funds. It's going to be something to get you out of there.
God.
And what do they say on the movies? You'll never work in this town again. You understand? And that's what's going to happen.
Damn right.
That's what's going to happen. So if you don't play ball and play the game the way that they tell you to play, ain't going to be no more game. Ain't going to be no more money. Ain't going to be no more none of that. They're going to threaten your life. They're going to get rid of you. You understand? Like, good night. And Kim Gardner is getting it. Boy, she over there at child support. She over there child support, man. And she is man, they do brothers so bad in their system. She ain't came with no reform for that. She ain't tried to help brothers to, work with them more on their child support. No.
Oh,
They you going to jail. You going to jail, buddy.
Well, so
go ahead.
See, she looks at that as taking up for black women.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
That's what this entire society is about. It's about separating separating the black family, right? So now, as a black woman, she feels like it's a good thing to enforce child support, even though I know none of these men have jobs. They can't pay,
right?
But we're gonna lock you up anyway because you don't have money to take care of your child. Now, if it's a woman who doesn't have money to take care of her child, they don't get locked up. They get help. Mm-hmm. Which is what you should do for the men who would actually take care of their children if they had a job.
Yeah, and would be able to stay out of your system. But that's the thing. They want them in there. They know, even during the pandemic, they are enforcing that men, black men and Hispanic men pay child support. How can you when, there's a pandemic. It's what they like to say, a natural disaster, right? Yeah. Something that no one has any control of. So all these businesses that laid people off because of the pandemic, brothers couldn't even go in and say, well, I got laid off because of the pandemic. I don't have any money. They couldn't say that. They were still required to pay child support. Now, Kim wanted all that support for herself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But she gave no support. She didn't prosecute those brothers. Was it like 1,000 something?
Okay.
It was like 1,000 brothers and sisters that she did not prosecute. That was a good thing, But guess what? But if you really about that work, then keep going. You understand? Get child support out the way to where black families can stay together, to where the woman don't have to run to you. You know what I mean? And drag the man to court and make him pay. And that's sick. That's disgusting. Black men are not supposed to pay child support. We're supposed to support our children.
Right.
Go ahead, Warden.
That's Salakia, but that's exactly like what basically it's the whole theory that nobody was coming with when he had that debate. It's just like the Christian church, right? Mm-hmm. You see some good, but that all that horrible that she's doing in the background, they don't put that out there. So she looks like she's a champion for your people, but really she's keeping most of your people locked up. She couldn't do this, right? She couldn't prosecute them. And she was worried. Honestly, she wasn't really worried about the people. She was worried about her prosecution rate, her conviction rate, right? She was like, oh, I can't get a conviction on this, so I'm going to let them go because that drops my rate. If I can only convict 75% of the people you giving me, I look bad. I need to convict 100% of the people you giving me. Mm-hmm. Now, the child support, I can keep them niggas locked up for that. Oh, yeah. But this, I can't. So just like in the Christian church, it's like you see some of the things that they doing, like, okay, yeah, they might, help the homeless or whatever, do this. But you the reason they on the drugs in the first place. Right. You the they wouldn't be like this had you done what you were supposed to do in the first place. Mm-hmm. Had you got us to separate from our oppressor, had you got us not to trust and believe in a system and put full faith in it, then we could actually do something actual and positive and get away. Right. Absolutely, man. You know what I mean? And that's what they don't want. Yeah. They make good money from us sitting in their holes, man. Right. Clayton, I want to say Clayton makes almost like $500 or $600 a day. kind of believes about that.
Yeah,
I believe
$500 or $600 a day that a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man or woman stays in prison, just in one day. So you think they trying to let you go? That's why they keep you there. If you get locked up on Friday, you gonna get released at least on Monday. You might get released on Monday, depending on what you've done. You know what I mean? But hell, I don't think they're doing that too much anymore, are they? They letting people out on their own signature too much anymore?
Maybe maybe a little bit more now after they had them riots. So they can keep the prison population a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're not letting you out on their signature. Unless it benefits them.
Right.
They're not letting you out. Right? Because they had all them riots and stuff in the county jail, and they were trying to basically calm that down. So they people who got a traffic ticket or whatever, they'll let you sign out, but
Yeah, absolutely, man. But like I said, we gotta turn around and get from up under these people. I'm gonna drop that real quick, and we're gonna get to the COVID-19 while they are rushing to open everything back up. You know what I mean? You can go to the park again. I remember they had the caution tape everywhere. The police do not cross tape everywhere. They had the swings. I seen some of our people, man, in the swing right on Page and Taylor, swinging in the tape. You know what I'm saying? 3-4 of them, they was like, we don't give a damn about that. We baby's kids. You know? They were swinging in the tape. But they opening up the parks. They opening up the restaurants. I believe, are they at like 65 or 75% now?
75.
75% capacity. You know what I mean? They trying to get ready for 100, but guess what? The COVID-19 has not gone anywhere. Okay? It's still here while you getting complacent, walking around without your mask on and this and that, not taking the precautionary measures, not washing and sanitizing your hands. That only come from devils.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because guess what? We've been washing our damn hands. We didn't need those signs in the bathrooms and at the workplace. Talking about something, wash your hands. That's for them. That's for white people. We don't go to the bathroom and don't wash our damn hands when we get done. You know? I've even seen some white people turn around and do this. Shoot a little water on their hand and then shake it like that. Don't use no soap. You know what I mean? They really think that they are the purest people on the planet. You know? They really believe that. And they are not. Okay? Well, we had all kinds of songs about social distance, right? What was that one? Bag, give me 50 feet. Who was his name? Mounts or something like that? I forgot the dude's name. 3-6 Mafia, what they say, don't stand so close to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, man, we had so many songs. You gotta give us our space. We've been social distancing, man. But now it's such an urgent thing. You know, everybody must social distance now. But let's get to the article. It said U.S. COVID deaths.
I was talking to you. You want me to read it?
Oh, you got it.
Got it.
Okay, go ahead, Will.
U.S. COVID-19 deaths top 594,000. U.S. headline news. It's like news headlines. All right.
Keep going, Warren.
As of Friday, there are 33,376,109 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the United States.
Now, this is the new cases. You understand? Read the one above that. That's the one that plugs. No sweat.
The number of new coronavirus cases.
The number of what?
Of new.
The what?
Of new.
What?
New.
The new coronavirus cases ain't just the ones that already had it for weeks and weeks and weeks. You understand? And months even. Because some people done had it for longer than that. Damn, what was that white woman at? I forgot where she was at, but she had COVID-19, I believe they said, for about 8 weeks. You know what I mean? 8 whole weeks. She was counting them 14 days every time, and every time they tested her, she still had it. I forgot where she was at. But this is the new cases. Okay, go ahead.
In the United States exceed 33.3 million, killing more than 594,000.
Mm-hmm. Boy, that's some stuff right there, ain't it?
Okay.
Them some huge numbers. Okay, them just the new cases out. From them opening things back up and going from 25% capacity to 65% capacity, now to 75% capacity. Now they got 33 million new cases of COVID-19. Go ahead, keep reading.
The United States has a population. It's about 332 million, which means that about 10% of the country has been infected and tested positive.
10% of the country done been tested positive for COVID-19. Keep going.
The number may be higher because the number of people who may have been infected with the virus are asymptomatic or have not formally been tested is unknown.
Mm-hmm. So it could very well be higher than that. And I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. You know what I mean? Because how many times do a lot of people cough and hack and damn near die and don't go to the hospital?
Right.
Even before the pandemic.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they just try to tough it out. You know, some people don't even go to the doctor. Some like to just tough it out. Some like to, get some stuff at a store, make up some old tonic, some old home remedy, something, and do it that way, And guess what? They turn around and don't report it, or like I said, they asymptomatic to where it doesn't even show. You don't even have a symptom. You know, you don't cough. You don't have shortness of breath. You don't lose your taste bud. You don't have a fever. You know what I mean? That's what asymptomatic is. Where you show no sign or no symptom of you being sick when you're actually sick. So we got a lot of them too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it is what it is. Keep going. We got give a little more on it.
Okay. According to these figures, the mortality rate of positive COVID-19 cases in the United States is 2.2%, which is equivalent to about 1 in 45 cases. Mortality does not include active cases with no result yet. This is based on closed cases only.
Okay, so that's just based on the closed cases on the people that's already dead. Okay. You know what I mean? Go ahead, jump to the next article. That's for the people that's already dead. You know what I mean? But here we are. Like I said, people have gotten complacent, and furthermore, there's another problem. Not just you that is walking around coughing on everybody and not wearing a mask. Got another problem going on with COVID-19. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay. COVID fight could return to square one.
What is it going to do?
Return to square one.
COVID fight could return to square one. Now imagine that, Doc. Imagine that. How many months did it take for them to come up with the vaccine? 9, 12 months? About 9 to 12 months. And now everything is going to go backwards. About to go back to square one. They believing that the vaccination is really going to help. But guess what? Is not. They're going back to square one. Go ahead, read.
India's export ban on COVID-19 shots risks dragging the battle against the pandemic back to square one unless wealthy nations step in to plug the gaping hole in COVAX global vaccination sharing scheme, health specialist said on Thursday.
Okay, so they got to turn around and do something. Okay. We got to get these. They didn't shut it down. They didn't stop shipping. So we need to do something about this. Go ahead, keep reading.
COVAX, which is critical for poorer countries, relies on AstraZeneca shots made by the Serum Institute of India, the world's biggest maker of vaccines. It was already around 100 million doses short of where it had planned to be when India halted exports a month ago amid a surge of infections there.
Now, imagine that. You already 100 million short. Now, remember, it's over 330 million people here in the U.S. And you 100 million shots short. A lot of people ain't going to get shots.
Yeah.
So, how you going to stop it if you don't have enough shots?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That right there. And then they had got infected over there in India.
Right.
And I think this was twice. Didn't it happen twice?
Oh, yeah.
Or
India
more than
happened
that?
a bunch of times.
Yeah, it was more. I know it was at least twice. But it was more than that, you say. I believe it.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
That's why they was throwing all them false gods away and them statues.
Yeah,
that's why they was
they
getting rid of,
helping.
because they kept getting hit.
Right.
And there was nothing they could do
They
about
not helping. Them guys went to sleep. Them guys got COVID-19, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
The gods got sick and died from COVID-19.
Damn right.
The vaccine ain't helped the God. Why didn't they give the God the shot? Huh? Why wouldn't they turn around and make it and give their God the shot so their God don't get sick? Huh?
Right.
Wouldn't that make sense? That's dumb as hell. But they know that those false gods are dead and gone, been dead and gone for a long time.
Good.
You know? Go ahead.
Salakia, but you know what I mean, like these third world countries, you know what I mean, where they having these struggles getting these vaccines and stuff, you know, we over here people tend to see that's a problem, like that's a far away problem, right? But you got to remember, the COVID-19 started in China. Right. That was a far away problem on the other side of the world. It ain't gonna reach us. They quarantined the whole city. There ain't no way it can reach us.
Right.
They kept feeling like, oh, because it was over in these countries, we can't get touched by it.
Right.
So a shortage of these vaccines anywhere is gonna be a problem right on your doorstep. Absolutely. if you just wait a minute. Like it's gonna make it over here, because here's the thing: they still only stop and travel from countries where Israelites are. They still got increased their security with the Mexican border, but them Asian immigrants, they still coming in. Them Indian immigrants still coming in. European immigrants still coming in. So all these third world countries, they coming in and they don't have the vaccines. They coming over infected. So they let it happen.
God, absolutely. They show on the vaccine for one.
Damn right.
And then, like you said, they are steady. I seen so many Chinese people getting on and off planes during the pandemic. It was ridiculous. You know what I mean? And like you said, they ain't stopping them.
Right.
They ain't border patrolling. They ain't quarantining and making sure that the Chinese people didn't get on the plane and come over here. So how are you gonna stop it? How you gonna stop it from getting here when you let the people that where it originated at come over here? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And now the U.S. is worried that it's going back to square one, and I'm pretty sure it is, because in no time has this oppressor ever learned his lesson about nothing.
Right.
I mean, you couldn't even, you got such big business going on with everybody. You know what I mean? To where you couldn't just tell them, nah, man, y'all need to stay over there for about a month or two. You know what I'm saying? Stay right over there, get cleaned up. You know what I mean? Get COVID free. Then we come back over here and we'll do some business. They couldn't do it. They got all this foreign business going on with all these foreign countries. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. So now, guess what? They ain't gonna stop the COVID-19 either. They're not going to stop it as well. All right. But go on to the next one. All right.
Salakia, but on that one, what you were saying, like that's what the Bible was talking about with Babylon being dealing with the merchants and stuff like that, because there is our entire economy in this country is based around dealing with everybody else. So if we stop dealing with them, that breaks down at the world stage, right? So they not gonna stop it, and that's why this, because if they wanted to, they could close borders and be fine. The United States makes enough oil to support itself. It makes enough food to support half the world. All of our resources in this country, like, yeah, they have to be shipped around the country, but this country could be self-sufficient if it wanted to be. Yeah. It just, that's not how it works.
Right.
And they don't make as much money as they could without the trade from the other countries. They don't care about this disease. They care about their bank account.
Right. Absolutely. And that is some of the most ridiculous stuff that you could ever do, is turn around and you have, like you said, they have everything here in the U.S. to be totally self-sufficient. But for some odd reason, you just got to buy everything from everybody else in order to make more money.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Like you get it done over there for $1. You know what I'm saying? But here, you got to pay people.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You can't turn around like, how much the Chinese, but they still making, like $1 a day in them sweatbox.
Oh. If that.
Huh? Yeah, it's like $1. Yeah, $1 a day in China. They still is sweating and working and making toys, and you know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, the goddamn toys that they making is $35, $40, and $50. But they buying it, they getting it made for $1 a piece. I mean, China is making coffee for $1 a bag. And how much is that can of Coke? Folgers? Ain't that thing like $12.99? $12.99 for a bag of coffee. I mean, he's making a huge amount of money off every single thing. The gas, it's cheap. You grow your own damn gas here. They got enough oil here. They said this was back in the 70s when they took that statistic, to where they said if every car filled up every day for 100 years, there would still be plenty of gas here. They got it just sitting in stocks in warehouses in jars. I mean, not jars, but barrels. They got the damn gas just sitting in barrels, waiting to be used.
God.
But meanwhile, they buying it from somebody else, and they put that in the tank.
Right.
And then the truck break down or spill over, and then they turn around and go up on the gas.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they play so many games, man. The Lord has like no other choice but to destroy this place.
Right.
Like, what else could you do with a person that is just all about scamming? Like, damn, I mean, you can't do nothing but just get rid of them. They're gonna scam you. You understand? And they've been scamming us for the longest, man. Go ahead.
And Salaki, it's this. I was reading this one story about this this company that owns most of the aluminum in the country. Right. Mm-hmm. Now the aluminum prices should be lower than what they are, but because of this one company, what they do is they take most of their stock and they put it on trucks, and all they're doing is shipping it from warehouse to warehouse. Right. And since it's in transit, it's never actually in their stock. So they don't have, so they can read that their supply is low. So they can raise the price. They actually have way more. And the supply is more plenteous than they're saying. But because they keep shipping it from place to place, it's always in transit. It's never actually in stock.
God, absolutely. And recycle has worked wonders for the white man. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, you can recycle every damn thing. Just give it back. You understand? And he go melt it down and make it again. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Plastic, bottles, like you said, metal. That's what they got the junkyards for.
Okay.
You know, the big companies. What's that one? Over it's one on Broadway. The orange truck, I forgot they name. The ones with the yellow truck, the big metal Shapiro, isn't that Shapiro right on Martin Luther King and Lucas and Hunt? Which one is that? I can't think of the name, but you know what I'm talking about. Right there on that corner, they got their truck sitting right there.
Salaki, Wallach.
Warlock, yeah, there we go.
Warlock.
Yeah, absolutely. They turn around and they making big money off of that.
Damn right.
Even like when it go up, you know what I mean, to where they are paying you a little more. You know, to where it goes up like $100 a ton. Oh man,
God.
you be seeing how people scrapping, boy. They be loading, man, coming up with a shopping cart and get $100. You know what I mean? They be getting big money sometimes. But just imagine what they make and shipping it back to them to turn around and make it all just melt it down and make it into something else again.
Right.
You know, like come on, man. He knows what he's doing.
Damn right.
You know, he knows exactly what he's doing, and that's why it's time for us to know what we're doing too. You understand? So that we can make it and we can survive here in this place. And if only we would obey God. It's that time for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to obey God, man.
Damn right.
So that we could turn around and come up. It's like, think about any industry that they own. We were the ones that ran it all. We still doing it.
God.
We still doing it. Now they just got overseers to make sure that we doing what they've been doing that too.
Damn right.
Since slavery, you know. But they got the overseer, your supervisor, your managers, your, boss and all of that to turn around and make sure you do what you're supposed to do. But if we could turn around and obey God, man, we could change this place.
Damn right.
By a week.
God.
If we all would stop sinning against God and obey all of His laws, the ghetto would change tomorrow.
Damn right.
It would change tomorrow.
Damn right.
America would change a week later. They're going to be coming to Commander General Hunter saying, excuse me, we need to talk. You know what I'm saying? We need to get you guys back in our Home Depots, in our gas stations, in our McDonald's. You guys, I see you guys are major on, but could you please come back? They're going to be trying to talk then and negotiate.
Damn right.
They ain't going to be coming with no, I'm scared, so I'll put the brains out there. They ain't going to be coming with that. But as long as we remain sinners, oh, man, they're going to do whatever they feel.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, Worry.
And it's lucky. It's just because this place, like I said, they about their money. They heartless. They have no soul. They cannot feel compassion as a people to anybody else. Right? Like, that's the biggest difference between their rulership and our rulership, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they torture just to torture. They create. They make this. They create it so it's so you can't afford your basic needs just because they want to make a couple extra bucks, right? Like I was like with the aluminum and the gas, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. It would be so much easier and make lives of people so much easier if they just played it straight up. Right. And still made their money, but they can get an extra $1 if they scam you.
Right.
Right. And that's the thing about them. They have no care. They have no compassion. They cannot love anything besides themselves.
Absolutely. You're right. And just asking them to love someone else other than themselves is like blasphemy to them.
God.
You know what I mean? 'Cause like, why are you asking me to do that? Who are you? You're a nigger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why should I love you? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. That's one of the articles that we got too. Because we're going go ahead, jump to the next one.
Police tell Illinois man they found powdered drugs in his car. He breaks down, explains they're his daughter's ashes.
Now, you got to know that if the pandemic is not going to turn around and make these people realize that, you know what, let me have a little compassion on them. Let me not oppress them right now. Their family's sick, they're dying, you know what I'm saying? Because they're disproportionately getting that COVID-19 like no other. You know what I mean? Like, you know what, let's just have a little, let's not pull them over so much. Let's not, falsely charge them. Let's not do any of that. Like you said, let's play it straight up. They can't. They cannot. And they will not. And they never will. And this is preachers' fault right here.
Damn right.
This is Martin Luther King's fault right here.
Damn right.
This is black politicians' fault right here. To where we are getting harassed and pulled over and slammed up against the hoods of our cars, haven't committed no crime, lying, saying that your tail light out. They notorious for lying when they pull you over.
God.
They always got some type of lie that they use. I remember one time I got pulled over. I had a white Cadillac with some you remember those knuckles, those rims?
God.
What they call strikers? Yeah, strikers. I think that was the technical name for them. We called them knuckles in the hood. I had some of them and a peanut butter top, peanut butter interior, and I'm cruising on the south, right? And at that time, I needed a fuel pump and I didn't know it, right? But that thing did not get up and go like Cadillacs usually do. You hear me? It was a 88 Fleetwood, I think it was. You know what I'm saying? And that bad boy was slow. It looked good. You know what I'm saying? On the passenger side, because I had a few rust spots on the driver's side. I hadn't fixed them yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'll pull up on you on the passenger side. Come here, girl. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get in. But they turned around, and that thing I'm telling you, it did not get up and go fast at all. It dragged because it needed that fuel pump. And like I said, I didn't know it. And I turned around, and I'm rolling on the south side, just cruising. And I get pulled over by a cop. And the cop approached me. I said, "Why you pull me over?" I said, "Well, we just got a call that a white Cadillac had did a bank robbery." I said, "Ain't no, just so happened to be a white Cadillac robbed the bank, right?" And the lady was lying. You know what I mean? No Cadillac had robbed any bank nowhere. She was the only cop in the area. So if it had been a white Cadillac, so it'd have been cops everywhere. Somebody robbed some damn bank.
Right.
You would know it. Okay? You would know it. But she turned around and said that my car fit the description. Okay. And so she took my information, got my license, my ID and everything, and was walking to her car and turned around and ran back and said, "I got another call here," and gave me my stuff and walked off. You know what I'm saying? She found something. She got a call that was, a little more worth her while, I guess. And she let me go, gave me my stuff, and then turned around. Now, if I robbed the bank, or a white Cadillac robbed the bank, damn that. You trying to catch this goddamn bank robber.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she, I'm telling you, was walking back to her car to run my stuff, and then ran right back, gave it to me, said, "I got another call," and go ahead. I'm telling you, I said, God damn. Now, the police lie all the time. You can just bet your bottom dollar that whatever reason they pulling you over, it's a lie.
Right.
You know, you got a tail light out. Get out and look and see it. Your tail light out. You understand? And I'm pretty sure it's still lit. Go ahead.
And Salaki, I was actually just last night watching this story. They was doing they were showing like footage from inside the interrogation, right? And the cops had arrested this one man for robbing the bank. Now, the call said that it was a shorter 5'3", 5'5", Caucasian male that robbed the bank. So they were chasing him down, and then they lost sight of him. And then the next person they saw was a 6'3" bald head black man. They arrested him, took him to jail, and said, "Hey, we got video." I was just at work. I just got off the bus. There's no way you got video of me.
Right.
Still put him in jail.
Yeah, damn.
He don't match the description. His job vouched for him. Yeah. Everything said that this man had nothing to do with it. He was just the first man you saw. Yeah. But since he was a nigga, he had to go to jail.
Yep. They did a brother like that down in Kansas City. He turned around and had got off his slave. Went to buy him some new boots with the Walmart. And the police had actually did a chase with somebody in a charge. He had just bought him one. Whatever year that was, he had bought that same Charger. And this man had just clocked off work, just went to Walmart, and they came and locked him up in the store. They would follow him. He said he saw them when they busted you and and whipped into Walmart. And he, wasn't paying him no mind. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
So he goes into the Walmart trying on boots, and they come out of nowhere to stand up. Put your hands behind your back. They locked him up, saying that he had just, they just saw whatever drug deal, whatever crime happened, and then it was you that ran from us, and now you're here at Walmart and we're finna arrest you. You know, and he had not done a thing, but because they saw another charge and they figured it was a black man.
Oh God!
Because hey, I mean, he got away. You don't know what the hell he looked like. Windows tinted. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't know what this person looked like. You know, but because he was a naked, you had to find somebody. So hey, your car fits the description. And on top of that, you know what they did? What? They destroyed this man's car at the goddamn tow yard.
Okay.
Destroyed it. Busted his rims, flattened all his tires, the bottom of his damn car. I mean, tore his car up, man. Mm-hmm. It was like they lifted it with the lift and just was dropping it on the ground, man. Okay. You know what I mean? Tore this man's car, interior, everything. Okay. You know, and he hadn't done anything wrong, but because it's us, you know, this is how we get treated.
Damn right.
You know, go ahead, Warren.
Okay. Disturbing new police body cam video shows the moment an Illinois dad realizes that the powdered substance the cops found in his car console and tested for drugs last year was actually his dead daughter's ashes. Dartavius Barnes sees an officer fish a tiny metal urn out of an evidence bag after being told the substance tested positive for meth or ecstasy, and he immediately starts wailing in protest.
Right.
No, bro. That's my daughter. What are y'all doing? He cries while detained in the back of a Springfield police car, according to the body cam video obtained last week.
Good night. Now how on earth do you mistake some ashes for some damn cocaine anyway? Don't even look alike. You know what I mean? Not even similar. The stuff, the ash start breaking down in your hand. Okay. You know what I mean? Take the cocaine a little bit. You got to rub it a little bit of something for it to start dissolving, man. It don't work like that. Okay. But they just lied and said that this brother got dope in his car.
Right.
Like, what else do they have to do to show you that they will never, ever in a million years love you? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man and woman. How many times we got to go through this? Yeah. This brother, this is his, the little small little urns that you can wear on like a necklace or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's what this was. A little small one, And they said that it tested positive for coke. Like, they are evil as can be. They are the most evilest people to ever live, man. They are the devil the Bible speaks of. Who else does this kind of stuff? You ain't got brothers going nowhere that's just pulling you, what's this? Oh, no, this tested positive for coke. Put your hands behind your back. The black men and women that's on the force actually think they really doing their job. They really out there trying to so-called fight crime. When the damn crime is right there where you clocking in at. The crime is right there in the damn blue uniform, sitting next to you, goddamn white man or a white woman. That's where all the crime. That's where all the crime is at. It's on the damn force. And they really think that they are doing their job. This is why every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian should get off of the force. Yep. So, go. You got something else?
Cut.
Go ahead, Word.
All right, so I just want to read this last little part to show you exactly how evil these people are. At one point, a horrified Barnes tries to reach out for the container, even though he's handcuffed, during an April 2020 traffic stop, from which he was released without charges. Mm-hmm. Now, if you found and tested a substance, right, and it actually had meth, right, and it actually had ecstasy, right, you're not letting that black man out the back of your car.
Not at all.
But he was released without charges, so it's a blatant, flat-out lie that they tested it and it tested positive for anything.
Right.
And it's
right.
That's just sick. Like, because it doesn't matter. Because had he not protested, had he just went along with it, the cops would have taken it and said, nope. Hey, look, this man was out here selling drugs, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That's his baby in there.
Right.
You just go make up a charge just to make sure that that you pulled him over for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you didn't have a traffic ticket to give him. You didn't have you couldn't say his tail light was busted. He got pulled over for driving while black, and then you found something in his car. And like and it wasn't what you thought it was. It was his daughter. Just like when you talking about that story with the Charger. They ripped that man's car up, and I guarantee you, I know their excuse was, oh, we were searching for drugs. So we had to check inside the tires because sometimes they hide it in the tire. Oh, he might have had a secret compartment, so we had to rip up everything in his brand new car. Oh, well, he didn't have anything. Okay, well, here you go. Here's your car with nothing left.
Right.
And they not gonna pay for that. They not gonna fix his car. Like, that man is out of a car now. And for what? For being black and going to get some boots.
Right. Right. Absolutely. I'm telling you, man. I remember one time I had went to Walmart, the new one that they well, not the new one now, but when they had just put it down, what is that, 55 and Telegraph? Okay. You know what I'm talking about? They had just put that there, right? Me and my old lady at that time, we turned around and we go to the Walmart, right? We just got a little apartment, go to the Walmart, and I forgot, we stopped to get some gas, and from there, the police had pulled us over claiming that we fit the description of two people that just robbed a 7-Eleven. I said, man, okay, so running my plates and looking at my ID and checking my insurance and my what's that? What's the other one? Not the inspection, Registration? Yeah, your registration. That's gonna tell you that I robbed the store or not. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna tell they full of it, man. They full of SHIT. They lie to pull you over and just to get you to, go to jail. That's all. And of course, we didn't fit the description once my name came back clear of warrants and the insurance was legit and the registration was proper. All of a sudden, I didn't rob a 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? But that was the reason they pulled us up. And mind you, it was at night. Okay, it was damn near midnight because then they was open 24 hours. Right. Now they shut it down. To where they only open to like it's like midnight now. Ain't it? Most Walmarts open to midnight, right? Well, during the pandemic they stopped. They was 6. Now they open back like to 10, I think now. God. But they was to like midnight. They used to be 24 hours. Right. It's dark as hell, and it's storming. It's storming. The dude standing out the car, he getting wet as hell trying to lock us up. He getting wet as hell trying to lock us up, man. And talking about we fit the description of robbing a 7-Eleven. And we that was our first time even being down there, me and her. I said, boy, these people sure ain't shit. I said that a long time ago. You know what I mean? Now, who don't know? There's a video, man. It was funny, but it wasn't funny. You understand? It went viral, and of course, that's why I'm saying it was funny. But to me, it wasn't. It's a video of a white cop pulling over a little girl driving a Power Wheel. And the little girl looked back and heard the police siren, and when the police got out the car, she jumped out and ran. And I believe that baby was about 5 years old. 4 or 5 years old in a Power Wheel. Even a child knows that the police are doing nothing but terrorizing Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. She knows as a child that this cop is finna oppress me. So I got to get out of here. Even though it was supposed, I don't know who the hell would play a joke like that with their child. You know what I mean? To turn around and take an animal, take this beast that's going to, when she get older, he's going to turn around and he's going to press her too. God. He's going to pull her over too. He's going to turn around and Sandra Bland her too one day. You understand? I don't know who would make a video like that, but that was ridiculous. And it was not funny at all to me. Go ahead, Warren.
Slock it. A Christian makes that video.
What is?
I said a Christian is the one that makes that video.
Oh man, you already know.
That's Christianity.
You
that's
already
what you
know. You already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna record my kids, no cop playing with my children. It's not finna happen. And then, like I said, for the little girl to get out and run, she 4 or 5 years old, to know to run from the cops. Come on, man. I should tell you something. Everybody know. All of us know. We just, like you said, because of Christianity, we like to act like there's nothing wrong. You understand? We even turn around and blame ourselves.
Oh, God.
We blame each other for the incident and say, well, if you wasn't selling drugs, if you wasn't speeding, if you wasn't listening, the cops wouldn't pull you over. When they created the situation that we are in right now, they created this mess. You understand? Go ahead, Warrior. Read the next one.
The Supreme Court declined to hear a case over whether a single use of the N-word can create a hostile work environment.
Now, you already know that statement is going to create a hostile work environment.
Right.
You don't have to go and hear it before a judge. It don't have to be heard before a judge. How many times? And then look, I keep bringing this up every time this kind of stuff come up, right? Anytime we have an article like this, the work environment, one of my contracts that became hostile because of the use of the N-word. And as a result, do you know who did not hear this, brother? The managers and the supervisors. They got the whole incident on tape. But you know what? Because he, you understand, felt attacked by them because all of them came out and guess what? It was attacking him. The goddamn white man, he at his station working, the white man come old hillbilly redneck comes and smacks the brother's coffee off of the table and said, nigga, what you gonna do about it? You threaten them and call them the N-word. That's hostile. That's a hostile work environment. How am I supposed to work in a place like this? And then it's only white people and Christians that say he should have remained calm. What's wrong with the black man? Why did he even it was just coffee. It was just coffee. It was a discussion. Me and a brother was talking about the incident. You understand? And I read the whole report to where they all came out and was going in on him, the brother, that was on camera doing his work, minding his business. And they see the devil come and smack the goddamn coffee off and tell him, nigga, now what you gonna do? They saw it all. They heard it all. But they all come out there, hey, Antoine, what's wrong with you? What's going on? They come out there on his head. You know? So the brother was like, man, fuck all you crackers. I'll kill all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, damn, he's being attacked right now.
Right.
The brother's being attacked. The supervisor didn't come out there and say, hey, man, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you bothering Antoine? You got to go. Why did you just call him that? Why did you just smack his coffee off his table? You get out of here. They didn't do that. Antoine, what is wrong with you? Like, we the only somebody on the earth that cannot get mad for no reason at all. We have, like, no right to get angry over the things that the people have been doing to us for years. It ain't like it just happened. This wasn't an isolated incident that just took place in St. Louis to where everybody's like, oh, my God, I can't believe that it happened here. They've been murdering us here in St. Louis just forever. St. Louis was the last to free the slaves. And the slaves still ain't free. You know what I mean? So you can see why this happened here in St. Louis. You know? Known for their racism here. Known for it. On the job, off the job, on the street, on the park, or wherever the hell we at. Known for it. And they actually went in on this brother. And it was me, the brother, and the devil having that conversation. Right? And the brother's a Christian. And, of course, he blamed the brother. He was, man, he on house arrest. And he just got out of jail recently. he from the north side. And what I heard, I said, what the hell that got to do with anything, man? Right. What this man background got to do with him doing his job, not bothering anyone, and get threatened by this goddamn hillbilly? What does that have to do with anything? What does where he live at got to do with anything? What is him just getting out of prison? The brother, he didn't do anything. He hadn't committed no crime, hadn't harassed or threatened anyone. He hadn't opened his mouth. He was working. He was doing what he was supposed to do. But the white man turned around, and he's the one out of pocket. And then the Christian blames the damn black man right along with everybody else. And then the white man that was there, he says this. He said, man, not over no coffee, man. Like, it's just coffee. You see what I'm saying? That's how they like to minimize everything that we go through, that they put us through. You understand? Right. Everything that we go through at their hands, they minimize it. Like, man, it was just, it's you say nigga all the time. You know what I'm saying? Why are you mad when you use the word all week? It's just some coffee. Quick Trip make the best damn coffee and goddamn hot chocolate in the world. You know what I'm saying? You knock my goddamn hot chocolate off my table, we finna have a whole problem. I don't give a damn because it is $1.78. We finna have a problem. But he turned around and was trying to minimize. Oh, not over no coffee, man. And when I asked him, I said, would you have let somebody do you like that? He said, nope. Straight up. Straight up and down. Nope. That was his answer. You ain't going to let nobody bitch you with no coffee. You ain't going to let nobody come to you, fucking cracker, and knock your stuff off. It would have never happened. You would have killed Antoine. And you would have went home that night. You would have been justified. But because the black man is under attack and you just want him to, it's just coffee, man. Damn. I'll buy you another one. You can buy you another one. You understand? That's basically what they said. But go ahead, Warren.
Precept real quick.
Go ahead, huh?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother. Mm-hmm. I wanted to read that just because, like that one brother, of course he's going to take the side of our oppressor because he hates his people. Like, these are the curses that, like, he might seem nice. He has evil intent toward his people. Right. And he will support the oppressor even when they're putting their foot on our neck at that moment. He just watched and then supported the guy who was, that is assault. Yeah. You slap my coffee and it's, some of it got on them because ain't no way coffee going to fly.
Yeah, right.
So that's assault. You assaulted me, and I'm supposed to walk away from that. Yeah. And then my own brother is right here, and he gonna take your side.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because he hates his own people, and that's what. And just like you said, he's a Christian, and that's what the Christian church does to our people. It makes us hate ourselves. Edomites go in that Christian church and love Edomites. Yes. That's what happens. Oh, we go in that church and love Edomites. The Christian church is about loving Edomites. That's all it's about. And that's why our people need to get out of there, because we're going to be stuck in the same situation because and I guarantee you it's people that will hear this story. Well, he just used the N-word one time. Mm-hmm. What? Mm-hmm. Well, how many times you got to use it? How many times you got to let me know who you are before I start believing you? Right. Like this work environment is hostile. Yeah. Period. Well, he only said it once.
God. And then what else? I got black friends. Oh. They'll use that one. Hey man, I got black friends. I don't hate black people. Hey man, they'll say whatever. Go ahead, read a little bit of that out.
The Supreme Court is declining to hear the case that would have let justices decide whether a single use of the N-word in the workplace can create a hostile work environment.
Now, like you said, how many times you got to use the word? Right. The single use. Well, you said 5 times, 10 times, then that's hostile now. But just a single use, I don't even want to hear that. And in this place, is never going to change its laws and the way they operate just to suit the nakers, man, just to suit the slaves. They are never going to change their mind about how they feel about you to where they're going to try to make life comfortable for you. Oh, man, you need to be able to go to work in peace. You go to work and shut your goddamn mouth. That's what they want. Whatever we say to you, whatever we do to you, you better take it. You better take it if you want these crumbs. That's all they're giving you. Damn minimum wage.
God.
Even $15 an hour is too small.
Right.
The wages should be held. Now it should be $30 an hour. Minimum wage is actually supposed to be $20 an hour.
God.
And this is according to the white man and his statistics. That's what minimum wage should be, $20 an hour. Why is it only 8?
Yeah.
9? It's supposed to be going up to 10 because he said if all the black people that smoked weed, if they sign that bill and pass the weed, then we'll give you another $1. You know, so they did that. They know you're a damn junkie. You understand? Skip to the next. Oh no. Read a little more of this.
Okay.
Go ahead. You got it. Because Salaki, I said something. I want to get to the next point too.
Okay.
Next article, but go ahead.
Robert Collier said that during the 7 years he has worked at as an operating room aide in Parkland Memorial Hospital in Dallas. White nurses call him and other black employees boy.
You called him what?
Boy.
Called him boy. It's a grown ass man.
God.
And you calling him a boy?
God.
And this didn't just happen.
Right.
That's what I was saying about the police, is that the police have been on the force and they have been making racist remarks about them every day they go to work. And they still just go to work and do their job.
God.
When are they ever going to wake up and get some sense and get off of the force? When are we ever going to wake up and say, you know what? We got enough money to make our own damn hospital.
Right.
We got enough doctors and nurses and damn charge nurses and CNAs and we can make it happen.
God.
We can make it happen. We can make our own damn hospital. We can have a black hospital like we used to. When are we going to wake up and say that? I guess when everybody gets called a nigga every day.
God.
Even though everybody is being called a nigga every day,
God.
I guess, maybe it'll happen then. Go ahead.
And Salakia, that's why I wanted to read that part, because it was talking about how, they only used the N-word one time. Mm-hmm. It's more than one way to use a racial slur.
Right. And to make an environment hostile.
God.
It's more than one way.
God. So saying boy all those times, that's fine.
Boy,
you
don't
should be
mean
able to get over that.
Right. and you should be able to get over this nigga just one time.
God.
Yeah, I called you boy 1,000. But the nigga, that's just one. I don't want to hear that. I don't even want to hear this case. You know what I mean? Go ahead. I'll read a little more.
He also said management ignored 2 large swastikas painted on the storage room wall.
Now, look at that. Look at that. This is what they got to go to. You got to go. You work at a hospital. You got to go try to save a life when you worried about your own. You worried about your own life every single goddamn day. Getting called a boy. They got swastikas hanging all over the wall. Probably nooses and every goddamn thing else, whatever the hell they felt like putting in your face. And that's how you got to go to work.
Okay.
And guess what? We don't want to hear that. Go back to work. Don't you have a job? Don't you have something to do? Mm-hmm. Don't bring that here. The judge said, I don't want to hear that. Take it there. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Go ahead, read a little more out.
The hospital's lawyers had urged the court not to take Collier's case. In a statement made to the Associated Press, the hospital spokesman, Michael Malaysia, noted that there is no evidence that any Parkland employee was responsible for the alleged graffiti or that it was directed at Mr. Collier specifically.
But he didn't say it didn't happen. He didn't say it didn't happen.
God.
He's saying, the employees are not responsible for this. But it happened in a storage room to where only employees have goddamn access.
Salakia. He didn't say an employee didn't do it. He said there's no evidence.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, you can't really prove an employee
absolutely.
did it.
Right.
So,
come on.
Like, who else was in there?
Exactly.
How many people do you allow in your storage room at your hospital?
How many people got the code? Because you know they all got locks on them. The damn towels have locks on them. Okay? They've been locked. They've been locked forever. They used to have keys. But now, you understand, the damn doctors and nurses be so weighed down with all the other stuff they got convenient little carts they can roll everything on now. You know what I'm saying? And they give them a code where they can just punch the code in and get in the room. Or scan they card and get in the room. You know? So who else went in the storage room?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
He's not a janitor. He wasn't in a janitorial storage room.
Absolutely.
He's an operating room aide.
Absolutely.
So the storage room for the supplies for the operating room.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't just like where you got some cleaner. No, these are where your scalpels, your drugs that you're inserting, that you're injecting into people during operation. Like, this is a secured storage facility. This was on the inside of the storage.
Yeah.
Who else
did that?
Access?
And put a swastika on the wall.
Two of them.
Two of them.
Like,
two swat, not one, but two.
Make sure you get the point.
But they call him nigger. They call him boy. But there's no evidence that nobody used, put the swastika on the wall for him. You understand? Aiming at him. Like, they are the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
This is the hospital's lawyer that went and told the judge quick, fast, and he probably know him. Somebody he know him. And he told him, hey, man, don't take this dude case. Look, he told him, don't take this nigger's case. Right. You understand? This nigga, just don't even worry about it. Don't even take his case. Go ahead.
I was going to read this last part real quick.
Go ahead.
Going to what you were saying. Parkland is the hospital where President John F. Kennedy was taken in 1963 after he was fatally shot. Of course they have connections. Of course the lawyer for that hospital knows somebody at the Supreme Court where he can just tell them, hey, y'all don't want this case.
Right.
Like these hospitals are selected and vetted for certain things. Like, it's only certain hospitals you can actually take a president to.
Right.
So the lawyer for that hospital that's had obviously that vetting and those ties since at least the 60s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course he has. He can go make a call and get it right through to the Supreme Court. Yeah, don't take that case.
Right.
He was just called the N-word one time.
Right.
I mean, they called him boy, but I mean, can you really say that's the swastika was for him?
Right. God, absolutely, man. They the devil the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
And they are not to be trusted, on no level. Now, jump to that last one, Jump to that last article. Because when I had mentioned the weed,
right,
I wanted, I was going to jump straight to that article. But you did an excellent thing by pulling the rest of that out before I switched up so that our people would see. And I mean, damn, if you can't see now, you must don't have eyes.
Right.
You must don't have eyes. If you cannot see now that these people have been doing nothing but oppressing us at every angle, every way, possible, they've been oppressing us, using, nigga, to me and my brothers that's not bad at all.
God.
You know what I mean? I don't even get offended if a brother was mad at me, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I don't only get mad at the word then. But it's something else. When the white man uses, you already know how he comes.
Right.
You understand? My brother, me and him might get mad. That don't mean we gonna kill each other. He called me a nigga. I ain't feeling what? What you just say? You know what I mean? You my nigga.
Right.
I know that. You know what I mean? But them, when they use it, you already know how they coming. That's why I don't see how our people could even what they call it, date outside of our race and be with a white woman or be with a white man.
Damn right.
Because you got, as soon as they get mad at you, what do you think they going to call you first? They're not going to call you Antoine, Dante. They're not going to call you Shaquita.
Right.
They're not going to call you Keisha. You're going to be a nigga.
Damn right.
You understand? That's what you're going to be, because that's what we are to them. Niggas. Even in the Bible, that's what they call the priests and prophets of God.
God.
The men that followed and served Christ was niggas.
God.
You understand?
Damn right.
Way back in the Bible. And what in the hell make you think you're going to change them today? They've been saying this and doing this to us for thousands of damn years.
Right.
What make you think they finna stop now because you hands up and don't shoot? Get out of here. Go ahead, Ward. Read that.
St. Louis activist arrested on federal gun charges.
He did what?
Arrested on federal gun charges.
Now, see, Commander Junior Hunter has been telling our brothers and our sisters that's out there trying to do it on their own, trying to do it their way, right? You've been marching up and down every damn street and avenue and boulevard and road that you can. You've been storming in every city hall, every councilman's, councilwoman's office. They've been arming themselves at their marches and at their protests. And now, guess what? You're getting arrested at them. When Commander Junior Hunter has been telling you, get out of that nonsense that you in. You're not going to do it that way. You have to do it the Lord's way. There's only one way we're going to turn around and get this thing done. And that's by actually serving our King Christ and obeying our God. And following Commander Junior Hunter. That's the only way it's going to get done.
Damn right.
You try to do it any other way, you're going to end up like this brother. In prison. Go ahead, I'll read it.
A St. Louis activist on Friday pled not guilty to federal gun charges.
Mm-hmm.
Michael J. Avery, 29, was indicted by a federal grand jury on Wednesday on a felony charge of possession of an unregistered silencer, a felony charge of being a user of illegal drugs in possession of a firearm.
Okay, now that's where the weed card come in at. You understand? This is what they did not tell our people when they were going out campaigning, canvassing the city of St. Louis and every other city to turn around and push and make that weed legal now, which still ain't legal. It's still not legal. You understand? And here's the thing. They want you to be a junkie. Who's scared of a junkie? Who's scared of a weed head? Who's scared of a crackhead? Sin makes you weak, and you don't even realize it. You think you just smoking some of your best weed, some kush. You think you getting blowed. The whole time, the white man, what they used to say when they pulled you over, whatever you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. The white man took it a step further and just started using everything that you say and do against you in every single way that he can. In his court of law, in his court of police officer pull you over, because that's a court too. He make a judgment right then and there to blow your goddamn brains out.
Right.
He's judge and executioner right then and there on the spot and say, gun, and you don't even have a damn thing in your pocket.
God.
You have nothing in your possession. He say gun, and he blow your brains out. They use everything against us. So since you want to, what was that mystical song? Still smoking bud, still smoking the weed. What's the other one? I got 5 on it.
God.
I got 5 on it. What's the other? All the damn songs is about smoking weed. Every single last one of them got some goddamn weed in the song about how high you get. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what they doing now? You can't even defend your own life with a weapon if you are a junkie.
Right.
You can't do it. You're going to jail. You are going to jail. You cannot do it. So here's the thing. God said never to be a junkie. It's in the Bible. We are not supposed to be smoking weed. Give me that precept in there, what weed is for. It's Ezekiel, right?
You said what it's for?
Yeah, what the herb is for.
Got it.
The Bible God said what it's for. You got so many people that still using that same lame argument, talking about, well, it grow in the ground. God put it here. He did not put weed here for you to smoke it. You understand? Because now you can't even protect yourself and your family if you smoke weed. If you smoke weed, if you have a weed card, you can go and register and say, oh, I got migraines, my head hurt. Oh, I stumped my toe, my foot hurt. You can say whatever hurt on you, and they'll give you a weed card. They'll give it to you. But guess what? You can't have that gun. You're supposed to turn that gun in. That gun card you get after you get that weed card, you're supposed to turn that in. You cannot be a carrier of a gun and save yourself or your family from someone that's trying to harm you one day. All because you are a junkie. And you so damn high and out of your mind, you don't even see what the white man is doing to you. That he's using everything that you do against you. Even your sin. Even the sins that you commit. He's using that against you too. Go ahead, you got it. 1 second. I'll get to you. Slacker. Ezekiel 47:12.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 47, verse 12. And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat.
All trees for meat, meaning its purposes. You understand? It has its purposes. All right, keep going.
Whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months.
Okay, so like trees do, right? In the fall, they start withering away and dying. Winter, they gone. But then spring, they come back. You understand? That's how the Lord set it up to where damn, I hate picking up leaves out here. I hate that. I got some big old trees in my backyard too. Leaves every damn where when that time comes. But when it turn around and it's at the springtime, it's grown again. And branches and damn leaves are everywhere, ready to fall again next damn fall. Okay? Keep going.
Because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary, and the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine.
For what?
For medicine.
For medicine, not the smoke. Medicine. If you look back in the day of how the natives, how medicine was made back then, they would turn around and dry them leaves and sit in what is that bowl? That's the tool that's called
Slovakia, mortar and pestle.
Who?
Mortar and pestle.
Mortar and what?
Pestle.
Pestle?
The
mortar and pestle. They had it in a bowl, and they sit there and pop that damn thing, pop, 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 until it all turned into powder. You understand? And guess what? They wasn't smoking them. You understand? The medicine got to be put in a pill. Now, then they was putting it in like water, you know what I'm saying, mixing it up with stuff.
Okay.
But now they can put it in a damn a capsule. You understand? They can put it in a capsule now when they break it down in a powder form and then give it to you. You can take it like that. You can go to your doctor and be prescribed a prescription and then take it like that. But going to go get a weed card because your head hurt because you stomped your toe, that's unlawful. And now this brother here is finna reap that benefit of him having a gun and not being able to have that, having a weed card, but not being able to possess that gun anymore because he smokes the illegal drugs. You understand? So, like I said, the white man, he knows what he's doing. You actually got black people thinking, oh, it's legal to smoke now, but they still pulling you over and arresting you for your weed. If it was so goddamn legal, why are they doing that? It's because it's not legal, man. You understand? It is not. It is not. But that's it on that, right? You want to read some? Go ahead.
Go. Prosecutors say Avery last year had a silencer and a .22 caliber pistol with a threaded barrel to accommodate the silencer, according to court documents. He also accidentally shot himself on June 23rd during a protest with a .300 caliber firearm, the court documents say, while he was illegally using marijuana. So I just wanted to read that because he was high and shot himself at a protest.
Shot his damn self. I mean, you gonna kill yourself. What did Joe Clark say? You doing drugs, you go on and jump. You understand? Kill yourself. You gonna do it. Yeah. Keep getting high. It's just weed, though. Dummies actually think weed don't hurt them. This fool hurt himself, and all he was smoking was weed.
Salakia, like I was talking to the trooper the other day. Anytime you burn anything and inhale it, you're doing damage to your body. There's studies that have shown that if you grill outside too much, you are doing damage to your body because you're inhaling smoke. Right. Anytime you inhale smoke, you're damaging your body.
Absolutely.
And it's like General Muhammad said, a lot of people, they're not even really addicted to the weed. They're addicted to the delivery method. Because most of them, if you told them, okay, you can still have it, you just got to take it in a pill. You got to take you got to drink. You got to have the oil. You can't burn anything and put it to your mouth.
Right.
They don't want to do that.
They don't want that.
They want that burning into it's the delivery method, right? So, and the delivery method is the biggest problem.
Damn right.
Like, there is no situation where you ever have marijuana or any other thing that is used as a medicine that you have to burn to put it in your body in a medical setting, right? It's always done in a way where they don't burn anything because they know how harmful carcinogens are, right? So even using it as an excuse of, it came from the ground, well, you still shouldn't burn anything that comes from the ground. It's just that doesn't make sense.
Absolutely,
it makes no sense if you're using it for if you're using it for your medical reasons. Yeah, I get it. Like talk about those kids who have epilepsy and then they take their they were having 20 seizures a day and now they maybe have one a month. Okay, but you give that to them in candy. You don't burn anything to give it to them, right? Right. That's not how you do anything medically.
Right. And they don't know that because they're junkies.
Okay.
And when they're and then the smoke in your lungs from the weed makes it 1,000 times blacker than cigarettes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? These are all proven facts. I pulled this stuff out in my lecture that I did. Okay. You know what I'm saying? In the More Drugs lecture.
Okay.
To where you smoke that weed, you thinking that it's not harmful, but it is.
Okay.
And they smoke it because they depressed. It's not like people get on weed because they happy. And life is so great and I just want to get high. They do it because they are depressed. And it causes you to be even more depressed than what you really are. You're not going to get your life together smoking weed. I'm just here to tell you. Because I've seen a lot of junkies. Some of them are functional junkies. They're not as bad as some of the others that got extreme attitudes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And extreme demons and argue and fight and do all of that. Some, they not as bad. I know some crackheads. They still bad now. You understand? But they not as bad as some of the others. They not walking the streets and prostituting and this and that. But guess what? They still messing up their body too.
God.
They teeth falling out their face too. You understand? Their body is getting deformed too. You know, and ultimately you cannot sin against the Lord. Smoking weed is a sin against God. That's why the brother turned around and shot himself and now is in prison because of him smoking that dope and having him. He's an activist. And they think that the ISUPK is just hating on these other people that's out here doing something. They're not doing that. They get high with each other. That's what they doing. We don't get high with each other in the UPK. We don't smoke dope in here. We're not finna get blowed and then go to camp. Like, you understand? We don't get high when we come to class or before we come to class. We don't do that. You understand? That would defeat the entire purpose of us changing our lives. You understand? If you're just going to continue to smoke and do what you was doing in the world. But that's what they do in these other organizations. Black activists. They get high. They're for drugs. They smoke. Right here in the article. They smoke.
God.
They smoke the dope. The new Black Panther Party, they smoke the dope too.
Oh God.
They smoke. I saw with my own 2 eyes. And I said, now these are the people that's out here that's supposed to fix us and make this change. But they flock to those groups. You know why? Because they can smoke dope. Here, not even. You understand? Not even. Go ahead.
That's a lock it. Most of those, they do that because they see the change differently than we see the change. They see what it takes to change is from the outside, to get everything on the outside working, getting our oppressors to do what they're supposed to do, getting everybody else to change, getting everybody else to reform the way that they do things. In the UPK, we change. It's not we're not trying to change our oppressor. We're not trying to change anybody outside. We're trying to change ourselves, get our lives right, get right with the Most High within ourselves, doing what the Most High has told us to do. And then that is where the external change will come from. They want everything to change from the outside in, and we change everything from the inside out. That's why we don't. That's why it's easier to get with them, because then you can just blame everybody else, and you don't have to do anything. In here, you have to take the blame. In here, you have to take the blame for your part in contributing to this society and to the way our people are being treated. And then you have to change yourself.
Goddamn right. And that they don't want to do. You understand? That they do not want to do. But like the scripture says, that we are to rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. And that's to keep his laws. You understand? Now, you may have smoked weed in the past and when you were in the world. But when you come into the truth, that's cut off. You understand? And then how you going to help your people high? How you going to help them? You out there, black activists, but you shooting yourself and you blow. You know what I'm saying? You out there talking about hands up, don't shoot. You got your damn hand on your pistol to shoot yourself. Like, boy, you a whole clown out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. But it's a boy that word. That's it, ain't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, no sweat. Hey, the water, everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all the support, man. You understand? Make sure y'all paying y'all tithes to the school. What is it? Zelle? You can go on Zelle. You can go on ispk.com or .org. Get them tithes paid so that we can continue to do this work all over this country. Make sure y'all make our events. And don't forget, we got the Midwest Barbecue, the Fire Weekend coming up. July the 21st, man. It's going to be another lit one out in Chicago. So make sure y'all are there. And keep up with all of the other events as well. You understand? Because we got a total of, 6? We got 6 huge cookouts going all the way from July to December. And I'm going down there to Florida. I ain't never been. And I'm going to Florida. I remember I remember Captain Sts-Radio saying, just a cookout in December. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even imagine that. But I remember my cousin, man, he had moved to Florida. And I believe might have been like 3 years ago. And the snow had come down, boy. Snow and the ice had come down. And this cat makes a post on Facebook. He said, while y'all back home, snowed in, snow everywhere, ice everywhere, can't leave the house. He said, this is me, right? And he on the beach, drinking, feet kicked up, kids playing in the background. I said, God damn. You know what I mean? He was down there getting it in the wintertime. He said it was like 75, 80 degrees.
God, yep.
I said, hold up, man. You know what I mean? I got to move. But make sure that y'all check out our events. Make sure y'all support them events. Cash App, you understand? Send the money, bring it to the door. You know, you can pay at the door. You understand? Ain't no doors at the park, but y'all get it paid when you get there. And make sure y'all there, Israel. Shalom. We gonna